Your ancestors and spirit, it's already getting windy, have a lot of messages for you today, and they specifically wanted to share it on a portal day, especially in April. And I started to earlier today hear a song that was Ellie Goulding, right? Ellie Goulding. Anything could happen. And as the day kind of went on, I was getting more and more pieces to this message that Spirit and the ancestors wanted to share, as if they were taking me through like everything that you've been experiencing. And it feels like a roller coaster of emotions, especially in this last week I'm getting, maybe like 2 weeks for some of you, but mostly like a week. Um, and your ancestors in spirit have been watching you. And you may also be wondering, like, why is it that you feel such a heavy ancestral presence right now? And it's because they are teaching you how to navigate these, almost like, it's not even difficult, but like these tower moments in your life that are changed, but with a lens of spirituality and groundedness, and like connecting to who you are and who your family has always been, but to also remain authentic to the person that you are today. And it was feeling very emotionally complex. And it's almost like you have been on this journey of healing and learning what peace feels like. And it feels like some days are a little bit more chaotic than others, but you bounce back really quickly, like really really quickly. And for some reason I'm seeing like brownies, like, so maybe some of you bake when you're stressed out, or like or like you don't turn to like the sheet of brownies anymore. um you turn to nature, you turn to your ancestors, and your ancestors are also trying to help you heal in a way that they used to heal. Like, I've there's been like so much ancestral energy, like really really old ancestral energy, um and it's going like in tandem with whatever experiences you might be having as someone who's journeying to new love, or redefining what love looks like to you. And the reason why it's happening like this is because you're being prepared for what's about to come next in your life. And as I was meditating with spirit, because it feels like there's like three distinct messages in what spirit wanted me to share. And there was this, message around peace, and then this message around the ancestors and preparation, and then another message around love, but specifically, like twin flames and things like that. And I could hear the ancestors, and even just collective energy in general being like, oh, I wonder I wonder what they're doing today, I wonder what my twin is, blah 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 blah, like all these things. um and there was like this sense of curiosity and love and um tenderness, and like you've made peace with a lot of your past, and this new love that you're calling in for yourself is coming in. Like I kept hearing like whispers of the wind, like a whispering sound. Um, but that your connection is so strong, and it's almost like you haven't been able to quite connect as well as you have been in your past with your twin. And it's because the energy, it wasn't that the energy was going away, it was that you were both shifting so quickly that it was harder to lean into it and to trust it. And so your ancestors have been helping you heal and, do the things that you want to do so that you feel more at ease, you feel more calm, and you feel more trusting of your journey. And, something for myself as like a seer, and you might be a seer too, and maybe this is confirmation. Um, if there's a message that is really, really important, like people will tell me the same phrase like 5 to 10 times that day. Strangers, but it'd be like an identical phrase or um along the same lines ish, but usually it's like identical. And there have been a lot of people asking about twin flames, and so if that resonates with you, then know that you are exactly where you are meant to be on that journey, and to enjoy it. Enjoy it. And today, since it's a portal day, because I'm recording this on 4/4 and I am in Costa Rica, um, write down the things that you want to, the things that you want to say to your twin. And I kept hearing questions like, but what do I do now? Like what happens now? Like now that I know, like it's almost like you have this curiosity, or sometimes it sneaks up on you, and then all of a sudden, you may hear your twin's name, or you may um, see their name, or sense them, and you're like, but what do like what do I do? Um, and so spirit wanted me to let you know that um, you're meant to obviously feel that connection, and to also just lean in. Like don't worry about what you're supposed to do, and just let your ancestors guide you. Like it was very, very clear of like, yes, spirit is leading you, but your ancestors, especially depending on the type of, spiritual kind of royalty that you are, um, they will prepare you regardless. And it'll be very, very miraculous and in many ways, and they'll make it obvious for you. So they want you to know that you don't have to you don't have to worry if you're going to be good enough for them, or if you've done enough, or um should you change your lifestyle and things like that. Like no. you you learn and you grow. And the other message from spirit, confirmation, the other message from spirit was and is that your partner loves you as you are, um, even if you make mistakes. So remember that this energy of love coming into your life, it's not going to be the same that you felt before. uh, it's not going to I don't know, I'm getting this energy of um like maybe your past. I don't know, I get like a lot of Scorpio energy, so maybe like you could have been with people who were unpredictable. Not saying all Scorpios are like this, but they have a lot of Phoenix energy. So they go through a lot of deaths and rebirths. And if they're out of balance, Scorpios can be very unpredictable, but predictable, but unpredictable at the same time. Um, and spirit and your ancestors are saying that they know that that was difficult, but that's not what you're facing now. That's not what you're going to face. And enjoy the journey because it's about to get really weird. It's about to get really weird. And to answer some of the questions that I was hearing, like what do you do literally day to day? Um, Meditate and focus on yourself, your spirits, your connection with your twin is like nothing you're ever gonna experience ever. um, and ground yourself because you're going to be connected on such a deep level where some days you might feel like you don't even know if those are your thoughts or if it's like um, another's energy, right? Or you're gonna sense them feeling a certain way. I don't remember if I've mentioned before, but sometimes you'll wake up laughing or like you feel really joyful, or that's you channeling other energy, or you're you're gonna know in the astral space like what each other needs without really having to say anything. And so it's another reason why you don't really have to worry, and it's only going to get stronger the closer that you get to coming together. And the more that you are at peace with yourself and your life and your spirituality and healing yourself, the easier it's going to be, which is why your ancestors are here trying to help you, and to like prepare you for what's coming next. And um, you're gonna have ancestors that you've never met before come help you. So they wanted me to share that, like allow them to step in and teach you things, like whether you're like if you're masculine, they'll teach you about masculinity, or if you're the divine feminine, they'll teach you about that, right? And like more so of your energy, not by gender. And this is why spirit is also asking you to like lean into your gifts, lean into spirit, lean into the elements, spend some time alone so you can enjoy that ride. And the same thing happened for me as well, and it does get really weird. It does get really weird. um but you learn to trust it, and you learn to honor it because, well, for me it's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? But I honor everything. um but it's like your ancestors are going out of their way to make sure that you are okay and that this journey is okay, and that you're stepping into this new generational healing and love and frequency and peace. Like it's a big wave that's happening in the collective. And if you're on that timeline of feeling like your twin is closer, your relationship is close, it's because it is. And again, time doesn't exist, but if you're a seer, if you're sensitive to energy, you're gonna know. You're just gonna know, and you're gonna sense it, and you're gonna feel it, and it's not gonna stop. It doesn't stop. Um, and to also, they want you to get excited, like enjoy yourself, have fun, but get excited and stop worrying. Stop worrying. Stop worrying about things that don't matter. Like get excited that your life is about to get really, really good, because that's what you should be focusing on, and focusing on being the best version of yourself, meaning not like your past perfectionist self, but the self that loves unconditionally and like doesn't judge, and comes from a place of compassion. Um, and something else, because meditation keeps coming up, and there were like questions around, but like how, if you if you're curious about how to see the future, or um like use your clairs and your energy to kind of connect more, because it feels like some of you are being guided to connect more, which is totally fine because it helps with your manifestations. um but like, for instance, you can meditate and like pull my friend's laughing. She was peeking through the window. It's her birthday today. You can guide your energy from your feet. Even if you're outside, it's even better. If you're outside and your feet are on the ground, or your butt, your peaches, your peach, your peach, your tuchus. Do you have two peaches? If your butt is on the ground, you can connect with the earth, and you can pull earth energy along with your energy up through your body, through your chakras, and focus it out through your third eye, and kind of have it open like a flashlight. um, and you can, talk about illuminating things like to yourself, not out loud. In this instance, like if you're doing something else, then yeah, I would tell you to say it out loud. uh, but have it be like very internal dialogue of illuminating the love and the beauty of life that you want to see in the future. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll see the exact version of what's going to happen, right? Because there's many, many, many timelines. So you will see an aspect of that, or sometimes you'll see many aspects of that. Sometimes you can pick. It just depends on what your gifts do. But that is how you can connect, um, and be in that energy, because it almost feels like you may not even have a masculine energy. Like, this is specifically for feminine energies. For some reason, you may not have a masculine energy in your life that is healthy, or you may not be able to recognize it yet. um, and so you can guide the earth energy with your energy to be able to seek uh, the energy of your masculine energy, so that you can feel safe and read their behavior, basically. I know it sounds kind of strange, but that's what you're doing, which is why it's really good to develop your clairs. And it doesn't mean you become antisocial and you don't go interact with humans. You still have to do that. um, but it's a way for you, especially if you are um, clairsentient, like if you're very clairsentient, you can feel feelings even if it's on a different timeline. So that is a good way for you to like gently open up your heart space, even if you don't know like what they look like. You don't need to know who they look like, what they look like, who they look like. Doppelgangers. um but connect in that energy. I'm getting so many messages right now, that's why I'm getting a little like all over the place. um but you all know how this works. It's just like a stream of things. um I'm also getting randomly, some of you are drinking too much milk. That was for somebody. You're drinking too much milk. Don't drink so much milk. You're also drinking milk that um well, it doesn't matter, just stop drinking so much milk. um And for those of you who are mediums, this is really exciting. The ancestors are like ready to teach you how to be like a very strong medium. Um, so if that's the energy that you're getting, just get ready to rock and roll. um, did you see that little thing? Um, yeah, and you might be guided to ancestral lands or to travel and probably somewhere along the lines you're going to be activated in some way. And that usually happens to me as well. Um, every time I come to Costa Rica, my gifts go and explode. So don't be nervous. It's normal. It's normal. You'll be fine. Come to Z School for the gift. Come, I'll help you. Um, but yeah, listen to that song, Ellie Goulding, like the Anything Could Happen. Um, it's not necessarily about the entire song, but just that phrase of anything can happen, of like possibilities of just when you least expect it, or surprise kind of energy. Like I hear like you know when people blow into the little party things? Maybe it's someone's birthday, or maybe your birthday's, maybe you're just at a birthday. Um, you that noise with the little thing that rolls out, you know? I don't know what they're called. Party things? Party thing? um yeah. Birthdays are significant. Maybe you like to celebrate your birthday, or maybe it's gonna be like a really big celebration when you meet them, which is also possible. You can meet them at someone's birthday. But yeah, enjoy enjoy the journey and have fun with your gifts. And a reminder also that you are channeling so much more than you think. So don't forget to journal what messages you're getting, what dreams you're getting, um, anything, even with your art, like how I talked about painting the future, right? Like a lot of people ended up realizing that they do the same thing and they had no idea. So know that you're always receiving what you need. It's just a matter of being able to take a different perspective. Like I see the Hanged Man card, take a different perspective, and I see Nine of Cups. So you'll start to feel fulfilled and safe and secure when you realize how much information has actually been around you this whole time, but you just couldn't see it. Um, and you know, like for example, like not so long ago, I had channeled that poem for Black women, and I was getting visions a lot today about that poem, and then realizing that like every significant moment in my life there's been rocking chairs. I've been significant. The South has always been significant, like with certain ancestors. And I think it's in like maybe you all know, maybe it's Charlotte Airport that has the rocking chairs, or I can't remember where it is, but I remember just like every time I see a rocking chair I feel at home. But that poem was about like being on your front porch and being at ease, being at peace, like feeling the wind. Um, and I sat down today. I was like, oh, there's a rocking chair, and it's a porch, and it's windy, and I feel at peace. So just know that you're never alone. You are always safe. You are always protected. Um, yeah, you are always so, so, so loved. So just keep taking care of yourself. Keep moving forward. Especially, I'm getting like a lot of feminines who are probably gonna watch this. Um, if you are, just trust your instincts. If it feels like you want to get that massage. If you want to get your nails done, get your nails done. If you want to change out all of your clothes, change out all of your clothes. If you want to visit a friend, like whatever you want to do those things, um, because you're going to feel a lot happier. And I also just want to say thanks to everyone who's been voting for my music. Round one closes tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so 5 p.m. Pacific. And I'm really excited. Looks like we'll be making it to the second round. And then after the second round, they decide. So this is when we're really going to need some votes. So if you haven't voted already, be sure to check the description. Um, Vote for my song. It's, for the Wango Tango Festival in May, where Gwen Stefani and Doja Cat are headlining. Um, and right now it's double votes. So if you do your free vote, it ends up being two, or if you donate and it goes to the nonprofit that is represented there. Um, this case, it's a conservancy. Like if you do that, then it's all doubled as well. Um, so either way, it's for a good cause. But I just want to say thank you to you all, because I can't continue to advocate and help people and heal, um, and talk about the Congo and do the TV things and all this stuff without your support. So I really appreciate it, and I'm sending you lots of love. And I also want to know in the description if this resonates. Let me know, and what's been going on in your life or today, like for the portal. I love getting to know you all. So I will talk to you soon, my friends, and hopefully I will see you in Z School for the Gifted. And I will talk to you later.